GK Studios here with.
Madison, Miss Hollywood, otherwise known as Venus.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So, you're a model.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do a little bit of everything.
All right. A little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Where do you want to take the modeling? Like, do you want to take it all the way to like Vogue or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely like runway, get
yeah.
into fashion and things like that.
All right. So, like, growing up, have you always had a passion for modeling or?
Yeah, I feel like growing up, I always had a passion to like be in the limelight, like
Mm-hmm.
in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But that's not something that you can like just open up to with everybody
Right.
because that's not something that everybody can come up off of. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's
But
a dream. Like, some people try to kill your dream
for
and
sure.
like I could see like, especially as a woman, like,
Mm.
dealing with all of the different opinions of everybody else, like to where sometimes it'll kind of bring you down. But
Mm.
how have you navigated all of the haters, I guess, you know?
Thanks. I would say I just stayed true to myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I liked is what I liked, and I never let anybody else like sway my opinion or change my mind about things. I'm the type of person like I have to go through it in order to learn my lesson or
Yeah.
just see if this is really for me, if this is truly what I want. So, yeah, I would say just like um having your own peace of mind, knowing who you are or like what
Right.
you want,
Can't get
what you
lost in the
value.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you have a lot of people that you're close with that model or like maybe like a mentor or somebody that showed you the ropes?
Honestly, well, I would say my photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use his name is Martin. I feel like he kind of coaches me a lot with like what he thinks would look best, and like because I really don't have like another woman to like show me
Right.
like how it should go, but I feel like I value his opinion because he's been doing it for a while. He's been in the industry for a while, so I would say he's kind of like a mentor when it comes to that. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's more so me just grabbing inspiration wherever I can
Yeah.
from like using social media and stuff.
It's always good to have a good relationship with your photographer. Have you
Yeah.
had like any bad experiences with photographers? Maybe they weren't professional or like maybe you didn't like how it came out.
Yes, honestly, I feel like a lot of the times like you see yourself from a different view.
Right.
And so a lot of other people like the pictures that I don't like or that I just don't vibe with, or like me being a black girl and having like hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. Like I would like for my photography to like kind of edit that. It's just little tweaks and stuff, but for sure I've had some work done that I didn't like, and I was just like, I'll tweak it myself. I'm still gonna post the work and shout you out and stuff, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'll do it
You're gonna
myself.
stick with the one that you most comfortable with and the one that kind of, I guess, does the best work
Yeah,
and keep building that relationship.
yeah, for sure.
So, if there was somebody that was your age and they wanted to do modeling or they wanted to pursue any type of fashion industry passion, what advice do you have for them?
Um, I would say to go for it and like don't be scared to be the odd man out or the black sheep. Like don't be scared to be the only person with that dream. Because a
Right.
lot of people are gonna tell you like you can't do it, or a lot of people just gonna like project their insecurities onto you. But like if that's really what you want to do, then keep going for it. Even if other stuff like gets in the way, like life just be throwing stuff at you, like
Right.
still have that plan in the back of your mind, like, okay, I gotta do this right now, but I'm still gonna keep on promoting myself as what my dream is.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So another question, kind of similar. If there was anything you could tell yourself coming out of high school, your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself
Mm.
to prepare yourself for where you are now? If you could, I guess, rewind the time and go back and tell yourself coming out of high school, 18.
I would have gave myself more of like a warning to like not just a warning, but like just tell myself like keep your head in the books and don't be worried about like relationships, even friendships, like with people. Just focus on you and what you want to do.
Right.
I probably would have got a lot further. I also would have told myself to like keep that same, what's the word, like attitude and confidence that I had like then, because it was a lot. It was a lot more then. So I feel like I would, if I could go back and tell myself anything, it would have been to like keep on doing what I was doing then, and not feel like I had to like water myself down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would tell myself.
And you say relationships. Do you feel like relationships slowed you down, or like it could slow people down when they're I guess trying to find themselves?
Um, Depending on the person.
Depending on the person.
Yeah, I had some toxic people around me, so it was like,
Toxic?
yeah, and I was like holding on to it. It depends on the person and like what the bond is.
Yeah. What's your definition of toxic? Like when it comes to relationships, what are like some of the red flags that would make you say, okay, look, this is not working. I gotta peace out.
Um, I feel like not being able to answer the phone after like certain times, or like
Mm-hmm.
constantly having to get on to somebody about like the same thing, y'all having the same problem over and over and over,
Yeah.
and it's just not fixing, going nowhere no matter what y'all do. um Maybe if you don't really have like the same values as somebody,
Yeah.
that could be, I'm thinking of red flags. I don't know.
And by values, do you mean like I guess like religious beliefs or like
No, just
outlooks
like,
on life or like
yeah,
goals?
I feel like outlooks on life, and like definitely goals, like what you want to do. um and like, I feel like, being the type of person that's going to change what your situation is right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You think like in 2024 it's possible to be in love and have a healthy love with somebody?
Mm. That's a good question.
Do you
I
believe in
think,
falling in love and stuff like that?
honestly, I do, but it's like 50-50 with me,
Yeah.
because I feel like I haven't met that person yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's out there, but I feel like it's out there. Because I always be like, God, like, where's my soulmate?
Yeah.
Type shit. But at the same time, I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah. You feel like you can kind of tell by the first impression of like what kind of guy it is. Like if a let's just say a guy tries to talk to you, you think you can kind of see what kind of guy he is, like immediately after like I guess 5 minutes of y'all talking.
Nah.
No.
It would have to like take me some time to really
Hmm.
like conversate with them and see where their mind is at on certain things, and like not quizzing them, but kind of like, when you ask a question, what you really mean is like something else was what you're
Right.
trying to get the answer to, like
Yeah.
kind of just like picking their brain. So that takes time. Like, you can't just judge somebody when you first meet them.
Right.
You don't really know them like that.
What grabs your attention? Like let's just say a guy wanted to date you or pursue you. Like how would that guy be successful in um I guess getting your attention?
You gotta buy me flowers,
Okay.
and I feel like you have to plan the first date,
Gotta
first
plan
two
the
dates.
first
Like,
day.
you have to plan it, and it's gotta be something like well thought out, not just no like dinner,
Yeah.
movie, bowling. Like, it's gotta be maybe like all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, just some well thought out shit. Like, I like picnics in the park, and
Okay.
like we going to nice restaurants.
Yeah.
We spend a day together. We go
So
to the
like
restaurant.
romance.
Yeah,
Yeah. You like a romantic man.
yeah. It's gonna
Okay.
take you. I don't know. I'm kind of a bullshitter.
You mean like
Whenever I first meet them, like,
yeah,
okay, so like guys get mad in my DM, like whenever they first be like, hey, what's up?
trying to pursue you.
Let's link, and you don't answer that. And so then they get to, going off and doing all types of shit. But if I was, I would be labeled as easy, bro. If
Yeah.
I was to just give anybody types of conversation, like
Yeah.
you gotta really be persistent and put in work for that.
Right.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Hard to catch.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a good
but a
thing.
good catch, like you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying. You want to keep me.
What do you think like some of your I guess things that you bring to the table in a relationship that can't no other female like that separates you from other females?
Wow, this separates me. I don't. I can't speak for other people, but I think for me, I'm just very like easy to connect with. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can come to me about anything, and I'm very understanding and compassionate. And you know, I'll spend money too.
Yeah.
You know, if I really like it, be really locked in. Like that's not a problem. But I think having somebody that you can trust and really talk to and open up with
Right.
is what makes me different. Like,
Yeah.
you know, even if something happened and I've just felt like, okay, well, I can't have a relationship with you. We could still be cool. Like,
Mhm.
you know. So I think that's what sets me apart.
I was having a conversation earlier with an artist, and we were talking about how nowadays men and women are like, I don't want to say it's like a war, but it's just like a lot of things like, oh, I ain't finna trick off on this girl, or the girl saying, oh, if he ain't tricking, then I ain't, you know what I'm saying, messing
Yeah,
with him. Like, what's your whole thought of, I guess, a man? The way I look at it is investing, like into your woman. Like,
right.
what do you think about men spending money on women, and you think women take advantage of it sometimes?
I don't think that we take advantage of it because I don't. It's nothing new. Like this is not a new concept. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah,
this
it's
has been
traditional.
around.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
traditional.
So I think I think it's just social media. Just
Yeah,
get into
it's
people.
brainwashing people.
Like, and maybe some women do. Maybe some women do take advantage of it, where they just feel like a nigga got to do everything, like pay all the bills and like do for her, you know, anything she want type of shit.
Yeah,
Now, if that's what you want and that's what you can handle, then you go for that.
right.
And I feel like if you want the type of woman where you don't want to spend that much money on her, then you need to find like a woman that's okay with that. You know
Yeah,
what
a
I'm
woman in
saying?
your
It's
budget.
yeah, it's always somebody for somebody.
Yeah,
So don't go after the girl that you know she like to be tricked on
yeah,
and get mad because she wants you to trick on her. That doesn't
right.
make any sense. That's what I think about it.
Yeah.
But
You think
personally,
that you're expensive in a relationship? Or do you think that um you can kind of care less about how much money a man has, or does a man have to make a certain amount of money for him to, I guess, be with you?
um, no, he doesn't have to make a certain amount of money. I wouldn't say I'm expensive, but like I'm still kind of high maintenance. Like,
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to get my nails done, but you do gotta like invest in the business. You know, I might want some food here and there. I might want to go on this day here and there, but it's not gonna be like a all the time every week. I'm asking for money because like at some point that shit do start to
right.
sound like begging, like.
Yeah,
But no, I don't think so. I would say I'm high maintenance. I'm not expensive, like you know. But that would be nice to have somebody come and just
yeah,
yeah
like a
do
gentleman.
the whole yeah
Right.
the whole nine.
Yeah. What do you think is a good age, I guess, to settle down and have kids and get married and all that stuff?
Mm, a good age, maybe like 26,
26,
27.
27.
You know, when you then lived your 20s out, that's when you kind of start getting tired of like partying and shit. Like,
Right.
shit, start building your family, start building
Yeah.
your life. So, yeah, I think at that age. But I feel like whenever you mentally ready and financially ready
Yeah.
is the right time.
So another question I have is pertaining to, like you say, going out and living in your 20s. So
Mhm.
I feel like in your 20s and like maybe like late teenage years, a lot of women like to be outside, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, what's your take on, like, I guess, being outside and just, I guess, enjoying your 20s? What does that look like? for you?
Taking trips, vacation, shit, like parties with your friends. Just I feel like just living life. Like it's not even just going to the club and shit. Like it's like actually going to go sightseeing and
Yeah,
try new shit that you never had
experiencing
before.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
right. That's live.
Yeah, it ain't about just like being in the club, being in people's faces and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's actually
Do you
about
like going to the
traveling.
club,
Hmm.
or you kind of got mixed emotions?
I got mixed emotions about it
You think you've
personally.
had fun like in the club, like nightlife
Yeah.
sometimes?
Yeah, I didn't start going to parties until I was probably like 15, 16.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm over it, but it's at that point where it's like, I done already did this before. It's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna hear the same music. We're gonna see the same people.
Yeah,
But it is fun, like when you with your people and you drinking, y'all having a good time, y'all vibing together,
yeah,
music and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I got mixed emotions about it.
yeah. What's your take or your opinion on one night stands?
One night stand.
Yeah,
Um, Me personally, how can I say
you
it?
could be honest. Like, I
No,
mean,
I'm finna say like me personally, I wouldn't do it, but I'm not against like if somebody wanted that to happen because like it's kind of no different from having like a situationship and y'all did it one time and then it didn't work out, or y'all did it two times and it didn't work out.
yeah. You believe in like making a man wait until like I heard like some girls wait 90 days or like
Mhm.
you got to take me out on a date or you got to do this or do that before we even get in the bedroom. Like what do you think about I guess women having that power over men to kind of I guess hold the cookie back or like give the cookie early and
Mhm.
see like because I feel like sometimes if it's good, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna keep
Right. That's why I feel like it really don't
yeah.
matter.
So
Like,
you're gonna find out like sooner or later, right?
yeah, some I do feel like it should you should make him take you out on a date.
Yeah,
Like that's the least you can do. That's the least you can do is take
right.
them out on a date. But
So
yeah.
let's just say if you met a guy and you decided, I really like this guy. I want to make him wait.
Hmm.
And you waited, let's just say y'all waited 4 weeks and you got the sex and it was trash. Like, but you actually liked the guy, but the sex was just trash. Like, what would you do? Would you be like, I can't do this? Or like, what would you do?
I would try to work with him a little bit.
Try to work with him,
Yeah, like let him know, like,
step his game up?
yeah. But if we can't fix it, then that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that like you think that's a huge thing? Like, if a man doesn't have a good sex game, that kind of throws off the whole relationship?
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I think sex
What
matters.
percent of the relationship do you think is sex and the rest is like emotional stability and all of that other stuff? Like,
What percent?
yeah, more than 50?
Mm, I think I wouldn't say more than 50. I wouldn't say more than 50, cause it's like like it's some women out here who really don't even orgasm at all with a man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But they still married and they still together. So I wouldn't even say it's 50,
yeah.
but it does matter. Like it's a huge percentage.
So you say some women don't orgasm and they still marry the guy?
Yeah, like yeah. I had a conversation about this one time I was getting into it with somebody, and they was saying like that them giving a woman money shouldn't equate to them getting sex. And I said, in a way, it kind of does because it's like, like you said, if they date for so long and then you find out like the sex is bad, well then you're gonna want something. You're gonna want to be pleased some way, somehow. And
Right.
I feel like that should be financially.
Yeah.
So
You think like a lot of, I guess, like older rich
Mhm.
men like kind of get younger women that maybe, please them in a way that their wife might not be able to please them, and then they give them a little money, and then they have their little
Sugar
relationship.
babies.
Yeah, sugar babies.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Sugar
What's
babies.
a sugar baby?
A sugar baby has a sugar daddy.
Okay. Have you ever had like a sugar daddy?
No,
No.
no. I've had generous friends.
Okay. What's the most your generous friends have like, I guess, given you like money wise?
um, like 300, $500, just because they friends. It's not
Yeah,
nothing serious. It's just like, oh, here, you know, it ain't nothing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, back to this orgasm thing. So, a lot of women don't orgasm. Like, are you the type to tell a guy like, "Look, it was whack. I'm not feeling this." You know what I'm saying? I didn't reach an orgasm. Like,
Yeah, especially if they try to play you, like try
yeah,
to be funny.
right.
Like, nah, that shit was not hitting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will tell them. Cause I feel like guys, they ego. Like even
yeah,
sometimes when they be joking, they be trying to play shit off. Like no, so
yeah,
you be having to come back that same way with them. But
yeah,
yeah, I feel like I will like let a person know.
yeah. So when you, I guess, find a guy that does make you orgasm, what does that like? How does a man make a woman orgasm that I guess has a hard time orgasming?
You think they have a hard time?
Well, that's what you said. You said not all women,
Well,
get off and
I don't think it's the women with the hard time though. I think men
okay.
just have a hard time finding
So what advice will you give to men out here that's struggling to please their woman?
it.
Like, what would you tell them?
um, like listen to her more.
Yeah,
Listen to her body, like while y'all are in act or whatever, or even just when you trying to like set the mood, like just listen to her and how she reacts to certain things that you do, or get uh, what's the word? It's kind of like confirmation, but yeah. I feel like it's something that y'all should talk about. You should be able to like talk about things like that with your partner. Like, hey, I feel like you could do better on this, or even like just having conversations like that, like about what y'all do when y'all have sex. Like, you could do better on this, but also I like when you do this.
right.
So like kind of I would say like ask your woman for tips, cause she'll
Yeah,
know. Not everybody's body is the same. Not everybody likes being pleased the same way.
facts.
So you gotta talk, communicate.
Yeah. So what's like the craziest experience you've had? Um, I guess like with a man and like a sexual experience, like a crazy sexual experience.
Um. Okay. It was like we was in the dorm, like at SFA in his
Yeah.
dorm, and like I think I was like standing up,
Mhm.
and then he like picked me up like this, like was holding me.
Mhm.
I was just like, what the fuck? Like I had never done no shit like that before. I was like,
Like put you on his shoulders type.
yeah. And then like but he was still holding me when he took me off his shoulders, so
Yeah.
So yeah,
You went
like
to SFA?
yeah,
Okay.
Stephen F. Austin
You
State
graduated?
University. No,
No.
I transferred to Blinn.
Okay. What was it like at SFA? Like, was it a lot of parties and clubbing and stuff like that, or
It was a lot of parties.
did you
I
go?
yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be because it was so like you know a country ass small ass town. I think it's like the
Mm-hmm.
oldest one in Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say I went to a lot, but I went to like homecoming. I always made sure I didn't miss homecoming,
Yeah.
and it was a lot during that time. And then when we would have like breaks and stuff, they would have like the sorority houses. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But I still was in there like one deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody. So I'm just popping out, peeping the scene, and then I would dip.
So
That's
like,
pretty cool though.
let's elaborate on that one deep. Like,
Yeah.
is there a reason why you one deep all the time, or like you want to like tell people like why you kind of, I guess, to yourself? Like, is it a reason behind it?
Mm. I mean, yeah, I would say the reason mostly being like, um, I didn't really know anybody else at SFA around that time.
Yeah,
My friend, she didn't really like the one that I had known from Brian. She didn't come until that year after. But also, like, I just feel like it's less drama. You know, you can leave when you want to. You can do what you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like smoke or drink in your car or like just wherever, whenever.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like it was just a lot less drama. So that's why I kind of like to just go alone.
You think it's hard to meet good people nowadays? Like
Yeah,
genuine people?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. You feel like you like a genuine person. That's why you kind of, I guess, stay to yourself.
Hmm. Like nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody matched that vibe, but like I've met very few people.
Like minded.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You want to let people know where they can find you on social media?
Yes, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Hollywood1M, YouTube, and my business page, Touched by Taylor with two R's.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all subscribe and show me some love.
Yeah. Show her some love. We appreciate you coming out.